Alright, get everything up and running here. Think we should be good. Okay. Hello again. It's Lyle. Gonna go ahead and do another 8-4. Yeah, I think everything's up and running. Yep, cool. Yeah, hopefully this one goes a little more on target than the last one. Yep. Alright. Alright, starting this one off. Thespian stage is the rare, isn't very useful. We have a lot of really pretty good uncommons to choose from in Rapid Hybridization, Burning Tree Emissary, Orzhov Charm. Only other card outside of those three that's worth considering would be the Slaughterhorn in the back. Uh, though, if I was picking that, I would probably just pick the Burning Tree Emissary first. Even if I'm playing, because the Burning Tree Emissary I can play in Boros, I can play in Gruul, I can play in excuse me, Simic, and not feel bad about it. Honestly, I think it's between these two. Pretty much what I want to be doing here. Um, I think the Burning Tree Emissary is the, I guess, like more open choice, but I'd actually like to go ahead and see where Orzhov takes us. Be interesting. I haven't actually had a chance to draft Orzhov in this set often, so looking in this one, if kind of reconsider what we had done there. If I had picked the Burning Tree Emissary, I think my pick would be the Mugging, bar none. Um, Rapid Hybridization, I don't know where that would have gone. Maybe the Swine would have been. No, the Mugging's a little better there. However, with the Orzhov Charm, I feel a lot better taking Daring Skyjack. Uh, Pretty much as a, you know, 3-1 for 2, which is kind of silly. There's a Sacred Foundry in here if I were so inclined to start picking up cards for cost, but I don't think duels are actually worth that much on here. I'd like to actually try building something, so we'll go ahead and go with that. Pack 3, we've got a lot of very open, powerful Dimir cards. That's kind of ridiculous. I don't... I'm just trying to consider what would have been picked over this. There's a missing uncommon in the pack. We have Dustmantle Guildmage and Mark for Death, but somebody really must not have wanted to draft a mirror. I feel bad passing this, honestly, and it wouldn't be a terrible, I don't know. I would... Boo. Oh god, you have a new name on here. If I'm staying in color, I want to go with the Death Cult Rogue. I think I'm going to let somebody else live the dream on the Soul's Ransom and let them go, oh, that's insane, a pick 4 Soul's Ransom. Looks like the black in here is a little non-existent. Looking at the color combination we're in. No, I'm not slamming the... No. We're not doing it. Also, Ryan, you should, like, jump on Skype. That way you can tell me in real time the bad picks I am making. In this pack, it looks like it's between Assault Griffin and the Confessor. Yeah. I think Confessor's good. Uh, like, as good as a 1-3 for 5 can be. But at the same time, I honestly would much rather have the Flyer for us. The Assault Griffin's really good. This pack is... Well, there's an Orzhov Guildgate, which is actually a fine choice. There's a second Thespian stage rolling around. That's not a very good one to see in this one. Every other choice in here just doesn't seem as good as just picking up a Guildgate and improving our mana base. Well, this isn't much of a pack here. That is the only man for the job. This guy is completely reasonable. Like I like him a lot. The Orzhov deck out of the 5 combinations plays the most passively, and Larry's pretty good for that. In here we're not really seeing much. If I were to have picked the Soul's Ransom, the Guildgate would be the pick. I feel like Midnight Recovery is not terrible here, though. Again, not much going on, but more Guildgates. Oh, up here? So yeah, again, looking in here, only thing worth taking is this Slate Street Ruffian, which I won't feel terrible about. He'll just be part of the deck. And we're at the end of the packs here. Not much of note. Horror's fine. This is completely ludicrous to see this late. Like, nobody wants to mirror. I'm taking that. Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm getting I'm getting some pretty strong signals that yeah. Something just tells me nobody's in blue. Here, I'm gonna see if I can get you on then. You're on Skype? we'll figure it out later here. Anyway, back to what we got here. This is a pretty nice pack. Like, I really, really like Gorkline Rampager, though. There's no way we can actually take him here. I guess to note, there's absolutely no blue cards in this entire pack. Our real question is going to be between the black stuff, because white Nav Squad Commandos isn't really good enough to pick. Balustrade Spy is good. As is Death's Approach and Devour Flesh. I think I'll keep on the flyer. Yeah. Yeah, like, almost every time I've got to cast cast Death's Approach, it is always for one less than I need it to be. In this pack we have the same two from before, but we have a much better buddy for us exactly here. Yeah, Kingpin's Pet. This guy is really good for the deck, though. No, look, what do you think the over-under is on this card actually tabling? Yes, under. I'm going with the Kingpin's Pet. We're doing it. There will be more 7-drops later. There won't be more 7-drops later. That's a complete and total lie. This is not a very good pack for us. The Bane Alley Broker is far and away the best card here. And I think we might be able to get away with sneaking in a blue splash. I'll have to end up looking for some guild gates to fix that up. Okay, we've got actually a couple options in this one now. Not Purge the Profane. That's not an option. Neither is the Tiger. White of Precinct 6 is a completely solid 2-drop. Boros Elite is a rare 1-drop, though I honestly don't feel like it would be the right fit for this deck. Then Basilica Guards just gets to sit around and extort forever, which is what I like doing. I feel like that's where I want to be. Yeah. We don't really have, outside of one Balustrade Spy to try to power that, unless we got the Guild Mage going. Okay, so another Confessor rolling around, but we also have the Basilica Screecher. Those are the two, I guess, in here for our real options. As I mentioned earlier, Confessor's, again, alright. I feel like Screecher's pretty important to the deck. Okay, let me take a look here. I think I feel better taking the Confessor. It ends up being pretty important to be able to answer some of the bigger cards. I mean, there are a couple 7-drops I did pass. Not taking that bad. This one I feel fine taking Syndicate Enforcer. Angelic Edict is... Seriously? Sure. Okay. We're not hurting up on mana, so yeah, we're definitely not. That's definitely not going to be impossible to cast easily. The 3/1 in here is my first choice. Still not terribly impressed with this approach. I think it's just from experience where it's always one short. Also, I feel like 2 drops are at a pretty good premium in this format. Okay. It's kind of funny to see Slaughterhorn this late. Yeah, with, well, we have 2 Death Cult Rogues, Balustrade Spy, Assault Griffin for that kind of thing. I guess the other choice in the pack is Corpse Blockade. I feel fine taking the slice. I've never been terribly impressed with Corpse Blockade. Mostly because I want it to be Basilica cards almost every time. This isn't much of a choice here. I guess the actual choice here is if I want to take an Av Squad Commandos or if I want to hate a Sky Knight Legionnaire off of... Well, might as well. Stick with the cards we'll play. And we've reached dregs. There's not much going on here. Take Dying Wish and just kind of... Let's go ahead and hide that, buddy. Sure. This might be played. Hey, Buddy Skeleton. And a 1-drop that has a non-zero chance... Or, no, okay. A pretty close to 0 chance of being played. Like, looking at our black creatures that come down on it, they're already quite unblockable. Alright, looking through pack 3 here. We're not no, we're opening a Simic Manipulator that I don't think we're actually going to be able to cast. And if only there was like a rare in pack 1 that we could have picked, it would have been blue. Spectacle's the one I'm looking at in here. Like, we're looking really solid on creatures at the moment. Even if I ignore some of our worst ones, we still have something around 14. So the good removal spell is definitely the choice here. All right. So guess what? We found a 7-drop. We're taking this one. This is actually my favorite of the primordials, just straight up. Wait, is the chat filter still on? That's dumb. I'll have to find out how to change that. I think the silliest thing I've seen with the black one is stealing an opponent's black one out of the yard. That gets kind of nuts. Anyway, the Primordial's the card we'll be picking. Balustrade Spy is the, I guess, number 2 if we were in that. But no, we're taking a top-end threat that'll be pretty powerful for us. Okay. Looking through here, we've got the real choices here. We're looking pretty good on guild gates, so that's not something to really take a look at. Executioner's Swing is alright removal spell. I mean, it kills a thing. And I think we're good on guys. So let's go ahead and pick up some more removal. We'll be able to see more things going on. Basilica Guards do have Extort. I also, how much Extort do we have going on in here? You... Kingpin's Pet, Basilica Guards. If only there was some sort of 2-drop bat that would give Extort, that would have been a nice addition. Oh well. Man, Angelic Edict. If only. I feel fine playing one copy of this card. Diabolic Edict? Oh, I completely missed the Devour Flesh in here. Yeah, no, okay. That's cool. This is I think the Smite's the choice in this one. This is the deck that actually gets to make use of it. And Death's Approach again. Not much going on. Homing Lightning's pretty silly for whoever's gonna find that. Ooh. What a solid pack. So we are straight up on this point. We are just hate drafting something. Like, that's it. So, cards of note in here. Shamble Shark. Shamble Shark. Shamble Shark. You want me to take Castle? We're not taking Castle. You ever played Castle? I mean, what does that actually do with us? No, we're not. We don't play Castle. However, we're going to get pretty solid card to see late here. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the on-color Guildmage. That's a pretty happy late pickup. If that weren't here, the Night Watch would be probably the card I would pick, but this is solid. This is straight up the card, yeah. And we also have some late Extort Man. Again, I'll take the gift. At this point, we're looking for cards we don't want on the other side. I think Keymaster Rogue's the card I'll end up grabbing out of here because nothing else really looks like the island. No. Dimir Kirune's alright. I don't think we're actually be going to do a blue splash in here, but if we were... Meh. Oh, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have taken Razor Tip Whip. Handing that to my opponent is a better choice. Alright, well, first things first, let me solve this thing here. Okay. Ryan, do you have like a different Skype these days than the one I have? Probably. Let's see if I can do this over here. Well, we'll find out. Okay, now that one's online. Let me call you then. You there? Ryan? Oh, nuts. Skype at your phone, okay. Yeah, whatever. I don't know how to Skype at your phone. This technology is beyond us. We do have a deck to build. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is take the on color. Ask me to add a phone number to call you on. Oh, like actually call your phone? Okay. Yes, I know that. Yep. Okay, that's not going to work either. That's fine. Get a damn working mic then. Anyway, moving along here. Really easy additions. Death Cult Rogues are good. Throwing the Slice. Spy. Assault Guards. Daring Skyjack Smite. Midnight Recovery and Purge the Profane and Shadow Alley, and we'll move from here. I actually don't think Shadow Alley stays in. What do we have for black? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black creatures, 4 of which already? Yeah, that guy's going out, and then that leaves us at 23 cards. Yeah, okay. Not happening. Why would I want another 7 drop? Have you played this limited format? No, I really haven't. What's our curve look like? Alright, colors. Looks like black is going to get the nod on the extra land here, just taking a look through, because we got 15. So, so we can always hit suggest, and then it'll tell us to play some islands. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Having a 23rd card to replace Purge the Profane with, that's not like a point I can contend. Like that is a pretty poor 23rd card. I'm not very impressed by it. I guess I'm taking a look through here. The only other card I'm not terribly happy to see is Slate Street Ruffian, but he's acceptable. Like he is a gray ogre and will attack all right. He'll attack, he'll block. He does things. And I believe, yeah, we also are playing the Shadow Slice, so there's that. That's like a 7-drop. It's right there. It's in the deck. So yeah, I think the plan is just like round 1, get paired against David Ochoa. Scott Davies. Why does that name sound familiar? I don't know. Mm, if anything, he's going to beat me with the set of Boros things I kept passing around. Late Skynight Legionnaire, Guild Mage, those sorts of things. Anyway, probably should hit submit there. But we'll see. I'm feeling good. This is fine. And the actual way it's going to go is I'm going to lose to a Soul's Ransom and just kind of feel like a complete idiot about it. Like, that's the only way that actually makes sense. So, looking at our opener, this blows. This is not very good, and we are mulliganing. And looking at opener part 2, this is a lot better. This is absolutely worth keeping. That's stuff on curve. I don't think I would say slight. Uh, I am just going to go ahead and cast the Skyjack on 2, kind of ignoring whatever. Like, it's not worth waiting on the extort time, but we do have good old full parasite for extorting. Also for eating +1/+1 counters if I really felt so inclined. Looks like our opponent's on the mulligan to 6 as well. Seen in Nebraska. Okay. This is weird. Not unexpected, but weird. Alright. So yeah, we're going to just go ahead and get Throll Parasite down and start extorting like nuts. We'll go ahead and play the Guild Mage. Yeah, but if I play the Guild Mage, I don't have to even accept a trade. I can just swing in. Of course, I don't feel fine taking this exact trade. Yeah, so next turn we're just going to go ahead and take out the bat with Executioner Swing. Seems most likely. Alternatively, we have our own Dutiful Thrall. Look, the trumpets and the noises are part of the experience of playing Magic Online. You know this. God damn. Like that's just part of it. Alright, so luckily this Death Cult Rogue draw here is actually the kind of the best we could get. Because it gives us our third creature to finally turn on Daring Skyjack. This guy? Oh, also I'm showing like the most obvious smite in existence right here. Like I'm just gonna put that out there. Like this is the most obvious smite I could ever cast. That's nuts. 7 cards off that. Yeah, he also turns off our Death Cult Rogue and makes everything we do pretty terrible. What do we want to do here? Could swing in with Daring Skyjack anyway because he can't regen the Dutiful Thrall. I think we just wait it out because if he does, I guess, swing with Balustrade Spy, then I'm able to just swing back and yeah, there's no problem here. He's also going to have to stay on the back foot too because I can swing in for 5 a turn if he does anything. And I don't know what the hell I'm worried about. I have a dude who just hands off lifelink, so that's cool. Yeah, so here's him swinging in. We're good. What's he got? Alright. So yeah, at this point, he's got something. Okay. Grizzly Spectacle. There goes the Kingpin's pet. Okay, there's still no point in swinging out yet. We'll go ahead and just pass the turn. We still have Throll Parasitic stored. We still have Guild Mage activations. But we also could... we have Midnight Recovery as a part of the deck as well. Of course, with how many cards he hit off of Balustrad's Spy, I think our deck right now is something like... Well, we got 2 lands in the grave, 7 in play. Yeah, we have a 50% land deck right now. Not exactly where we want to be. He did mill the 7-drop, but we do have a Midnight Recovery in the deck. So it's not like it's gone. Okay, it's gone, but it's not gone for good. I mean, if you want to live in the world of the worst possible case scenario, he could play his 7-drop and then go ahead and steal our 7-drop, and it would be pretty funny. Let's hope he doesn't do that. Alright. I would find that really funny if it did happen. He's been holding 2 or 3 cards in his hand all game, so it's definitely possible that one of those is some sort of very big drop. Okay, this is a point where he's got a lot of damage he can throw out very quickly. Hey, Shadow Slice. I'm actually fine with it because it makes Daring Skyjack a pretty solid attacker at this point. Though we do need something else, anything else to go with him. Don't worry about it is what I'm saying. Alright, let me do some math quick. We have 10 land. That is 3 activations of Viscopa Guild Mage, so we can lifelink, and then target player loses life, target player loses life. That will do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 points. Damn it. That will bring him down to 1. Well, we only get single extort. Yeah, we... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, double mage. That'll put him on one, but it'll leave it so he actually just straight dies to the next attack. Well, what's he have for damage on his swing back? He's got 3, 3, 2, 1, 2. Well, I'm dead to white creature spell, not just spell. Or two spells. The point being, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Actually, that should go the other way. Well, that's fine. Okay, so that's this game. This is just done. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, we're fine. Like legitimately, we'll be all right in game two here. I guess big things of note are finding a keepable 7, which just doesn't seem to be in the cards ever for me. Yeah. This does not look good. And of course we're on the play. These odds are dreadful. So this game is going to be the Ride Death Cult Rogue to 20, which isn't going to work. However, I mean, this could also occur where our opponent just keeps a very sketch 6. Yeah, I'm going to pay 6 life to this thing. Alright, so cards of note in this hand. Hey, he does have it. I actually think the pick here is discarding his Syndic of Tithes, and then that would get him to play Death's Approach out. Yeah, we're just going to get his Syndic of Tithes, and then if he uses Death's Approach to actually kill off the rogue, we get to Midnight Recovery and pull back here. I don't know if he'll actually do it, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Building a shed. Oh, fun. This is round one here. We've got a Orzhov deck going. Like, did you build the shed in an hour? Okay. I think the Midnight Recovery still goes on Death Cult Rogue here. Because we'll be picking it up and blanking his Death's Approach again. And the Death Cult Rogue is going to be our best bet in attacking through him. Yeah. Because this Viscopa Confessor isn't going to be able to attack him anymore after he gets to 4 and plays his Knight of Obligation, or Knight of Tithes. The 2/4 Vigilance Extort creature. I don't remember the name. That's it. Also, sadly, I don't think we can actually cast this copy if we have nothing for it to target. Okay. He is preparing. Yeah. Well, that's it, though. He's just done. So we're moving on to game 3. So again, nothing to change here. Yeah. There's a pretty solid explanation for that. He mulled to 6 and kept a 1-lander on his 6. He kept his tilt 6, and we did not keep our tilt 6. So there's that. Like 100%. He would have had a Syndic down earlier if he had seen his second land drop. I certainly hope so. Well, I'm honestly hoping. I guess you missed game 1. Game 1 was actually a multi 6, and game 2 was a multi 5. Or was it multi 6? Yeah, it was a multi 6. So we've been running about as solid as ever. Yeah. Yep, so I wonder if he has relevant sideboard cards. I don't think there's any reason he would. We'll get there. That's a long ways off. Oh man, everything is beautiful forever. We're on the draw 33. No, like we don't. Even if we draw, we would need to draw a white source, and even then, this hand is still pretty blank. So yeah, we're moving to 6, and we have a much better 6 available to us. Our opponent has also been mulliganing pretty heavily these last couple games. Uh, we're keeping this one. This one's just fine. We actually have a mana base and some reasonable cards. It works. I have to wonder if he kept his own one-lander again. He just kind of waited around there for a while. We have a ton of one-for-one removal. This is a little insane. See, I'm just going to go ahead and edict away that Kingpin's Pet before it can do anything. Yeah. Hopefully next turn we'll see a land in the deck. Alright, so we get the Death Cult Rogue going. Wow, he's very land heavy this game, is what I'm seeing. Grizzly Spectacle, so he's hoping this white is actually going to ride him this game through. Sadly, that's mistaken. That's not happening. I'm going to go ahead and play out the... I don't actually think there's a reason to. I'll go ahead and wait it out. I can just Grizzly Spectacle him. Hey, now this is the greatest possible timing for Purge the Profane, because it's most likely going to hit that Primordial out of his hand. Oh, nope, just some lands. Wow, he's having a bad hand here. Alright, so he's on nothing in hand, and we still have removal spells. We'll go ahead and get the Confessor going. Pay the 1 life. Yeah. Are they any good? The monitors, I mean? Yeah. See, at this point, everything's looking solid forever. Yeah, right now what we're going to do is see if he's got a removal spell going. Looks like he does, okay. There might have been an overcommit on that, but that's fine. Oh, he's just getting the mill going at this point. Alright, so let's start getting the extort train going to end this one. And this, again, still leaves us this Orzhov Charm to cast if need be. So we'll go ahead and use the Guild Mage to make this a lot more damage from the extort triggers. And a bunch of triggers appear on the stack and such. This will also allow us to actually swing in and get things moving. Or we can just do that. I think we'll go ahead and take the Primordial. Yep, okay, cool. So yeah, we got there, and that was the last of the games. So we are on to round 2. I can't think of a card that would be more annoying than Well-Wisher in the like super casual Magic games. I definitely remember when I started playing, a friend building, right, around that time, a friend having just like an elf deck that was just like, I will gain 70 life a turn. And as a person who just started playing, you don't know how to react to that. But yeah, great, awesome. We've moved on past round 1. Keeping the streak alive, too. It's about 7 or 8 mulligans running. We'll see where it goes. Oh, okay. Even after this, I might have some time running to town. It's a really nice day out today. Man, what boring things to talk about. I am a true Minnesotan. Damn. You live much further south than I. Alright, so Mr. Scott Davies, we are playing... Oh my lord, we have finally seen a hand that is keepable. No, we are solid on this one. This is what we're looking for. Oh, I'm feeling bad. Our opponent is not having a good time here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. This is not good for him. Let's have Larry get on out there. Minnesota, it is. Yeah, this is the time of year where it sticks around like 40. Well, it's going to stick around 40 for a couple weeks, then it'll dump a foot of snow on us, and then it'll be nice for like a couple months. That's pretty much how it goes. Okay, Arkansas. All right, well, that was not fun for our opponent, I don't believe. However, we've learned some things about what he'll be doing in games 2 and 3, which is to say he's going if he's playing Foundry Street Denzen, he's going to be playing a pretty fast, aggressive deck. Either that or he's got madcap skills and wants to get me with them. I don't think this one's happening. We'll go ahead and just move along down the line to the 6. This isn't much better, but at least in this hand we can cast the spells we do have. Also, if we do see a black mana, we can get Dutiful Thrall to do some work. That's just not... That's just mean, deck. Come on. Double black, double black, double black. Alright, so we are going to be just kind of waiting around for a while, it seems. This isn't terrible, it's just not good. That's a very good card there. Frontline Medic. Okay, so now we can get Basilica Guards going. That'll give us a blocker against Frontline Medic, because we can't actually regenerate Dutiful Thrall yet, and we can't do anything until we hit double swamp. Though single land both times gets us another spell. Oh no, the Thunder. Nah, he has no reason to actually attack there. Alright, so we're just going to kind of wait it off, it sounds like. This one's not looking too good. Nope, that's something. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and turn that off for a moment. Okay. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and start taking the hits from the Thunder Fist. If we can see a black mana, we can kind of pull out of this. He's probably got some sort of combat trick to take down our guards. Probably Martial Glory. Is that the name of that one? Yeah, we really don't have much going our way this time. Okay, it looks like he does have some sort of trick. Maybe Boros Charm, maybe Martial Glory, maybe something else, but... I mean, having that knowledge doesn't really help us, and we're not seeing any help off the deck. So it looks like this game's going to go to him. I guess it's only fair in return for that first game where we just kind of got crushed. Yeah. Even if we do see the black mana at this point, our best play would be to use like Orzhov Charm to knock out the frontline medic before it makes his team completely indestructible. And even then, I think we just die because he's got too much damage. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and, well, I guess I won't concede it. I'm not going to cast Assault Griffin because I guess there's actually no point in, like, we're not going to be winning this game. But if he can show me another card, that'd be nice of him. That's all I can get out of him. You know, maybe play Aurelia, and then I know he has it here. Yeah, so. And that's the reason that the Griffin wouldn't do anything. Is with the Indestructible on, it wouldn't be able to even block the medic and take it out. So we'll go ahead and block here and see what he's got. Okay, we gained some knowledge. So I guess yeah, I guess the read from game one wasn't really as accurate. He looks a lot more top heavy with the Thunder Fist, the Fortress Cyclops. He wants to be playing a little more mana for guards. All right, so let's move along. Okay, okay, this one's fine. It's not exactly what I'd be looking for, but it has the mana we need, and even if we're flooded, the Luminate Primordial gives us a very good out for it. R.I.P. Steak. Yeah. So the best case, I think, right now would be actually if he cast Frontline Medic right now. Okay, Basilica Guards. I think I'm still going to just go ahead and Devour Flesh that out of... no. Hmm. Yeah, we also have the... He might also just not block or anything like that, and the swing will take that out. We also get to extort the swing, so it's like we had some damage going. And this will make Devour Flesh actually usable against these 4 or 5 drops he's got rolling out. So again, at this point, like any draw we have off the deck will be fine, because lands get us 1 turn closer to Luminate, and spells will help us not die. That's a really good target for Devour Flesh. Later, Gnome Bitten. I don't know. I also could just play Dutiful Thrall. Yeah, I think I'll just go with play Dutiful Thrall. Like, he might try to play the Madcap skills or something like that on the Scorchwalker, and I still have the Edict to deal with it. And if he doesn't, Dutiful Thrill can just block. We'll see where it goes. Scorchwalker number 2. Alright. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and get the Assault Griffin out here. I feel fine leaving no mana up because I'm actually fine having Throll Parasite block. We also, with Viscopa Guildmage, can just straight out race one of these sorts of things with Assault Griffin. My actual worry is the fact that he has 5 cards left in hand. That's kind of nuts at this point in the game. So we'll see what he does. I think I'll go ahead and use the Throll Parasite to block. It'll most likely eat a combat trick out of him, and I'm fine trading my 1/1 for a combat trick, and if not, I'm fine trading my 1/1 for a 4-mana creature. So either of those outcomes are completely fine. Let's see what happens. Maybe Fortress Cyclops? Ah, Homing Lightning to take out my flyer. Okay. So what this means is my Viscopa Guildmage is going to get in and lifelink. We still have Devour Flesh for taking out this Scorchwalker if something odd occurs. And if he plays some sort of bomb creature, which that's not. However, that does let him deal with... Let's go ahead and throw down the Devour Flesh at this point. I'm fine seeing either of these go. Close. Close. Okay, at this point, I feel relatively safe just going ahead and casting Luminate Primordial to take out his Scorchwalker. It will give him 5 life back, but the main thing is it gives us this huge creature in play. He's holding a Smite. That's great. More cards out of his hand. Because Luminate Primordial is very large here, and is exactly what we really need to start winning. Like, that 7 toughness is something that's just going to be impossible to really deal with through red damage. Ah, the Madcap skills. I'll take the hit. Alright, so at this point we are on a race. Luminate Primordial should win it for us. Okay. Alright, I think I'm fine paying 1 life to see what he's holding here. It's probably just a land, but... Ah, Furious Resistance. Now that's a sort of trick that really, that would be, that would make a 7 power first striker on the block. So yeah, it's good to see that gone. At this point, we're kind of at parity on the board. Neither of us can really make any swings of note. However, having the smite is going to be a big boon when he does finally decide to make his move, which I think will be this turn because his Bomber Core can now attack and take out one of my creatures. I'll just go ahead and take 4 from the Bomber Core. So go ahead and regen Larry. And we'll tear his team down. Okay, so we're going to have to give up the Viscopa Confessor here. But we are going to... be just fine. I guess those blocks should have been reversed in hindsight. That's alright. That's more than alright. This right here is probably the best top deck we could hope for. We're going to be able to pick up our entire team. Yeah, I feel that pretty much seals the deal here. We no longer at this point have a reasonable loss condition. Like, what I'll end up doing here is making lifelink swings with Assault Griffin for the best attacks. Yeah, I think that's probably best, because he's going to swing in with Bomber Core. Alternatively, I could just swing in and then play Nav Squad Commandos as well. Double alternatively, why would I care if he kills Luminarch Primordial at this point? If he wants to trade 2 of his creatures for it, I'm actually fine with that trade. Ends up being a very large 3-for-1 in my favor. Yeah. And then we can go ahead and play Nav Squad Commandos and have a large amount of damage for the next turns. Actually, I believe he'll just die to Viscopa Confessor's ability next turn. So yeah, great. Larry's going to be our hero today. Okay. I guess he's miscounted. That's not enough to actually kill off Nav Squad commandos. So this will put him on 10, and he will take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 from the swing here. So we're good. We're golden. Nice. Whew. So either way, we're in packs. We'll go ahead and see what we can do in round 3. It's 4 packs for second place, 8 packs for first. So let's hope we can get first here. Let's hope we can do this. We also don't have to wait again. We're finished and they're finished, so we're pretty much just gonna jump right into the next game here without having to sit around and the wait the wait times in Magic Online are just like terrifying. Oh man. Okay. So our opponent here would like to split the prizes. So I guess an odd thing with how Magic Online was changed, what, 3, 4 years ago, is you don't actually have an option to draw with your opponent. Ah. So you have to kind of like back channel the split. It's really funky and not very legitimate, and I'm not really interested. I'm I'm already 6-pick Death Pact Angel. Man, I wish I was that lucky. I think I know who has that. Anyway, we will go ahead and keep this one. This one's a little odd for a 7. We don't have the double black for Grizzly Spectacle or Death Cult Rogue, but most draws in our deck are going to be live with the exception of planes. So we'll see where this leads. Alright, so Throll Parasite's going to be useful for us. Looks like he's going to put okay, Ember Beast. That doesn't actually turn on yet. So we'll go ahead and start getting our hits in while we can. Ooh. He doesn't have any second creature to go with Ember Beast. That's really unfortunate for him. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way on the Confessor here. What do we got? Okay, so he has a white splash that could end up being a little scary, holding another massive raid, but the real threat here is the Gore Clan Rampager. That guy's large, and he'd be able to cast him on any land out of his deck. Rust Scarab's also comparatively large, but we get to purge the Profane next turn as well to kind of deal with some of those. So there's his fourth land, so he's currently holding, again, some cards that really aren't very useful for him. There's our second black. We'll go ahead and... let's go ahead and get the rogue going. And then we'll purge the Profane next turn. Because I guess if I were him, I'd be discarding the white cards anyway and just kind of holding on to this guy, the Rust Scarab. Might be, actually, it's probably better to Grizzly Spectacle the Rust Scarab. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Again, he's holding a massive raid and 2 white cards, so that's not looking too good for him, especially seeing as we're going to just go ahead and clean out that hand. Pretty much get his white cards out of there. Okay, so he's going to hold on to his Ball Lightning. Not a lot we could do if he actually cast it, but in the same sense, we're on 20. So I think our actual answer to that is we don't care. That Ember Beast is just absolutely dead for him. No, we're not gonna, like, be terrible here. I really don't... Yeah, I thought about the casting Devour Flesh, casting Executioner Swing to kill off my own team and kill him, but at the same time, I would much rather, I guess, not show him that, and even if he throws down the Ball Lightning, like, we don't really lose that much. Our life total's too high to just be killed outright by it, and it turns on all our removal spells. Yeah. I guess the main weakness of this guy is straight up looking to be his mana base. He was off white there, and that prevented him from being able to cast his removal spells and large creatures. This is real, so we're going to keep the real hand. All right, so yeah, he's going to be... I like that he put me on the play. I think he put me on the play, right? Yeah. This is a kind of nutty hand right here. I'm going to go ahead and just leave the Guild Mage back, smite his guy when he swings in. Or not. Hmm. Anything we care to do here? I think I'll throw a Devour Flesh at him. And then we'll go ahead and play the Assault Griffin, and that'll begin our aggressive streak here. I really don't want to throw with a Guild Mage. He'll probably mug the Griffin. Oh, Okay, so let's get in there with the Griffin and start dealing real damage. 5 Rust Scarab. Okay. Luckily, Smite is a really good answer for that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and block the Rust Scarab with the Silica Guards. And then smite it. Adaptive Snapjaw. Alright. And that's a creature we'll go ahead and just hit out with Orzhov Charm when he moves to, I guess, do anything with it. Alternatively, I would just block with Viscopa Guildmage if he doesn't evolve it before attacking. He might not. He might try to, like, bait me into blocking with Viscopa Guildmage and then, like, Blood Rush a guy to save his, which is what I would like, because I think I'm fine taking the trade here. Yeah. Because we still have Orzhov Charm to deal with large creatures. He's still off white, which looks to be... Oh, nope, not any longer. What's he got on white? Angelic Edict on my Nav Squad. Okay, that's fine. So we'll go ahead and play out the Nav Squad Commandos with Extort. Our life total is absolutely ridiculous for playing against this sort of deck. We've got way too long of time to actually sit around on. Like, even if he plays that giant ball lightning, I really just don't even care. That's fine. Again, if he was going to spend that much mana on it, I'm completely fine with it. We're still holding a lot of removal, and if we need be, we could just bounce Nav Squad Commandos if he goes to kill that. But at this point, I don't feel like there's anything he can do to actually pull out of this game. Roll Rage Beast. Ah! It is time for us to enter the Fight Club. So, this guy we just need to remove from the game immediately. Because that is just an insane creature. He also has a Gore Clan Rampager and Rubble Belt Raiders in there. So, when the Growl Rage Beast comes into play or any other creature comes into play, they get to fight another creature we control. However, if they're not around when they try to fight, nothing happens, and our Nav Squad Commandos gets to sit around and look nice. We get some fake dogs. I think at this point we also force a block. Yeah. Yeah, at this point, everything looks like it's pretty much in our favor. I wonder what he's got here. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, he's going to pick up his Fight Club man. So he's on 2. And we have 2 extort creatures in play. I know what we'd like to see. Alright, so yep, he's going to go ahead and do that. However, that doesn't stop us from winning if we draw a spell, so... Sadly, we're not going to draw a spell. However, he also needs to draw a creature to actually win here. Alright, Midnight Recovery is enough to actually just kill him. Yep. So we get to extort our way to victory. Alright, cool. So there goes that draft. Yes, it does. If I were to connect with whatever creature I had ciphered it onto, it works really well and lets you extort on your 0 mana spell. So yeah, that's the end there. We got 8 packs and all of our loot from in the draft. Our Primordial is the only rare we ended up taking. Yeah, that's about it. Now we also get a qualifier point for an event at the end of the month I won't be playing in because I don't play this enough to get enough of those. But yeah, that would be the end of that. So luckily with these 8 packs, it means we can kind of ride along, uh, be able to do this some more later. I guess that's the idea, is to keep this self-sustaining where you can win drafts to keep using these packs to and such. But yeah, thanks for showing up, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you ever have any questions on what's going on, let me know. I kind of play fast and loose at times, but yeah, thanks for showing up.